Hello and welcome. This is Jessica here. We're going to do a 60-minute slow flow class. We're actually going to do something called nerve flossing today. So we'll do some of our more typical yoga postures, the 6 directions of the spine, stuff like that. We're also going to do some movements to help kind of increase the synovial fluid in your joints and help relax the nerves. So probably won't be anything too unusual for you, maybe something a little bit different, but hopefully this will be good for your body. So as we start, as always, you might want 2 blocks and a blanket to sit on or to use for padding for your knees. If you'd like to have any music in the background, you're welcome to do that as well. When you're ready, find your comfortable seat. Take a moment to move any extra flesh out of the way so you can have a nice, strong connection to the earth. And then cover your first fingernail with your thumb and place your hands palms face down. Lengthen up through your spine, shoulder blades pulled together, and your chin tucked just a little bit to lengthen through the back of your neck. For moments, and just begin to settle into your body. You might find that connection between your body and the floor supporting you. It's places that need a little extra gentleness and compassion. The places that might either feel particularly good or just nice and neutral this morning. It's how your body is feeling. Take a few moments to notice your breath as well. Notice that movement through your belly and chest. The air moving in and out of your nostrils. And perhaps the pace of your breath. Like you might begin to invite your breath to become a little bit deeper and slower. Maybe it's a nice long exhale out. Three to five more breaths. And notice whatever is calling for your attention, whether it's physical sensations, thoughts, emotions. Create a little space for that. Allow it to be present. Bring your hands together, thumb rests at heart. We have an intention for your practice. Take a moment to let that settle in. Head to seal your intention. Place your hands, you can flutter your eyes open if they were closed. Take a nice big breath in and let it out. Stretching the spine first, just to give our body a little bit of a warm up. And we'll start moving through some neck and shoulder exercises and eventually move to some other activities. So let's start with 3 full breaths, adding a little bit of movement. Nice big inhale in, maybe even look up with a tiny back bend, and then slow exhale, let your arms drift back down. 2 more times, nice big inhale up, wake up, stretch, exhale back down. One more time, just like that. Full breath in. Exhale, let it out. Start to add in. So inhale up. And on your exhale, bring your right arm to the floor. Left fingertips way overhead. Nice long side body stretch. We'll start to wake up our spine. So keep your hips grounded down nice and strong. Open your chest towards the ceiling and take a few more breaths. Begin to notice where you feel something happening in your body as you move through these different positions. Inhale, right arm comes up, big stretch in the center, and then exhale, left arm comes down. Nice big side body stretch the other way. Perhaps the difference between the two sides. Just noticing whatever sensations are present in this moment. Reach both arms up, nice big stretch. Exhale, let your arms float down to the side. Start that same way, and then we'll add a twist. So inhale up, twist to the right. Fingertips come down behind you. Left hand can rest on your thigh. Nice tall spine. So try not to lose any of the length as you twist. Spine maybe even lengthening a little bit with every inhale. And twisting a little bit more. Or decide for exactly where you need to be with every exhale. More breaths here. Start to unwind, lift everything back up through the center. And then exhale over to the left. Nice big twist here, tall spine. Notice how this side feels today. Always do anything you need to do to make your body feel better, to be more comfortable, or to deepen the position in a way that works well for you. One more breath here. Stay here as you exhale it out. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Unwind to center. Exhale up and down. Stretch out our legs for a moment. They've been folded in for a bit. Take a moment to either make little movements through your ankles and toes. Shake out your legs a little bit. Do the fifth direction of the spine. So we did side stretch and a twist in each direction. Now we're going to add it. Bring your feet together, toes pulled back towards your face. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward, nice flat spine. Hold on to whatever works for you. So you could grab your feet, have your hands rested on the floor or legs, or even use a strap. That can be a lovely variation here. Shoulder blades pulled together and chest towards toes. Slow breaths here. Notice if anything's happening through the backs of your legs or through your spine. One more breath. Here, exhale it out. Release, walk your hands back towards your body. And then bring them behind you, fingertips pointed out to the side or in towards your body. Lean back, open through your chest, and maybe rock a little bit from side to side. So there's sixth direction, our slight back bend. We'll have some more of those later on. getting everything warmed up right now. Take one more nice big breath. Breathe through your chest as you lift back up. Bring your legs back to any comfortable position. That's fine. And to bring your attention to your neck. Begin simply by making some slow slides back and forth with your chin. So you're trying to keep almost parallel. Feel a little funny. Stretching out some of those muscles, some of those nerves near the back of our spine and our neck. Best you can, do a couple more rounds. Then we'll do something a little bit more familiar. Come on back to center and then just drop your chin towards your chest. Keep your spine tall, shoulder blades pulled back, and just lengthen through the back of your neck, tucking your chin down. Very gently begin to drag your chin over towards one shoulder, looking down towards the floor, and then back to center and over the other way. Some gentle bending movements through your neck. Stay with this, or begin to turn this into a nice, full, slow circle. I do some nice big neck rolls. Always keep your neck supported, especially as you roll to the back. Keep your chin tucked a little bit. And then switch directions as you're ready. Notice that crunching and popping sounds. Very normal, but that's also releasing some of those air bubbles that get trapped and allows that fluid to become a little bit coated, that we can have nice, healthy joints. Ready, drop your chin back towards your chest, pause there. Come back to center when you're ready. Full breath in. Exhale it out. Bring your attention down to your shoulders. Start with something that might be a little bit different. Out to the side, up. Turn your palms down and around to the back as much as you can. And then reverse that. So palms come up, thumb comes back. And then palms down, thumbs down. So a different form of rotation, a different shoulder exercise. We'll do about 3 more like this. Notice what you experience. It might be a little different. You may even just be noticing some tension and strength through your arms as you hold up your arms. Palms back up, and then release your hands down. Shake out your shoulders a little bit. Maybe so roll. Bring your shoulders forward, back, and down. Press that, bring your shoulders forward. Bit of movement. Towards way up towards your ears, make little fists. And then drop your shoulders way down. Let's do that 2 more times. Nice big shoulder shrug. And release. One more time, big shrug up. Careful, one more thing before we move into a tabletop. So we're going to make nice big circles with our chest. So we're going to imagine we're kind of stirring the pot just with our upper body and our chest. Chest forward, to the side, back, to the other side. Hands can be anywhere that helps you feel supported as you do this. So the stirring the pot, starting to move our mid and lower spine in a different direction. Switch that direction. Explore the second side. Couple more nice big rolls. With the rest of your body, just follow your torso as it works for you. Back to center, tall spine. Let's do one more full breath in. Let it go. When you're ready, roll over your ankles and come into a tabletop position. We do a few things on our knees, so you might want to grab your blanket. I like to unfold it once so it's not too thick, and then come onto your knees and your hands for that tabletop position. You might want your blocks near the front of your mat. As you arrive, find that nice, strong position. Press into your hands, your knees, and your toes. Nice flat spine, look slightly forward. And just because it's nice, explore a couple rounds of cat and cow before we do anything else. Your spine as you look towards your knees. Drop your belly down as you look forward. Just like this. Come back to a flat, neutral spine. Full breath in. When you're ready, lift your right foot behind you. Toes pointed down, leg at hip height. Your toes down to the ground right behind you. Lean back into your heel. Press out nice and strong. Might feel a big stretch in your calf. We're going to shift this forward and back. Might get a little bit of movement through your toes, through the ankle. One more time, just like this. Stay back, full breath. Lift your foot back to hip height. Bend your knee. Start to make nice big circles with your right knee. Imagine you have a crayon taped to the top of your knee and you're drawing a circle. Take a little picture. That direction when you're ready. Our hips a little bit. And you're ready. Stretch your leg way back. Engage the core, get stable. And then look forward, step your foot through. Lift up for your Anjaneyasana. Shift your weight forward, then shift your weight back. Come onto the heel of your right foot. Move back and forth. Back. Next time you're lifted up, stay lifted up. And if you'd like to add a little bit more of a back bend, elbows bend, canvas your arms, look forward. 2 more breaths. Grab those blocks and look to our half splits. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, shift your weight back. Maybe find your blocks. Come onto the heel of your right foot and slide it forward to whatever degree works for you. Right toes are pointed right towards the sky. If you'd like, you can do a little pulse, lifting and folding in. A big stretch through your right leg, waking up your hamstrings. Keep a slight bend in your knee to protect it. Next time you're folded forward, hold on there for a moment. Nice full breath in. Drag your right foot back. Come to that tabletop position. However you'd like to get there. Take a few wiggles. Maybe circle out your hips. Start to prepare yourself for the second side. Back to center in that tabletop position. Stretch your left leg back behind you. Try to keep your hip closed, everything pointed towards the ground. And drop your left toes all the way down. Shift your weight back, press through your heel, and then shift forward and back about 5 times. Your back, stay back, nice full breath in. Stay here as you exhale it out. Shift your weight back forward, lift your foot, and bend your knee. Make those nice big circles with your knee. That direction, other way. Stretch your leg out long behind you and step it through between your hands. Shift your weight forward, inhale up, Anjaneyasana. Shift your weight back, come onto your heel. Nice big stretch forward and back. And you're forward, sink a little bit deeper, hold like that deeper back bend. Practice your arms forward, chin tucked. Shift back, grab your blocks, onto the heel of your left foot and slide it forward. A few times, halfway lift and lengthen, fold back in. Next time, stay down nice and low. Wherever your fold is here. Breaths. 1. Your weight back. Step back to that tabletop position. Toes under and walk back to sit on your heels. So super uncomfortable for your toes. Stretching out your toes on purpose. Back to our toes again later on. For now, just a gentle rock from side to side. A bit of weight on your toes. When you're ready, walk your hands back up to table. Get nice and strong. Look forward, step your right foot forward. If you would like, you can press through your back leg and a nice strong runner's lunge. You're welcome to hang out here or add a little twist to your spine. Let your left hand down, right arm lifts up, and then hug it down, sweep up underneath your thigh, lift back up. 2 more times. Doing that gentle movement for your spine, flossing the nerves there. And hold in there, twist, press, really press through your back leg nice and strong. Next exhale, bring your right hand down to the floor. Straighten your front leg, sand the heel. Step in your toes with your back foot. And you're now in a pyramid-like position. Wide stance, a little bit different than we usually do our pyramid. Breaths. Long stretch through both legs. Right hip works back, left hip works forward. Excellent. Rebend your right knee. Left knee comes back to the ground. Plant your hands, step back to tabletop position. Full breath in. Look forward, step your left foot forward. And either keep your right knee down or stretch it back behind you for a runner's lunge. Get strong and stable, press out through that back leg. And add that twist if you'd like, right arm plants. A twist and hug of your thigh, twist back open. 2 more. Stay open. Get nice, strong press through your back leg. In the toes of your right foot, straighten your left leg, both legs straight. Nice big fold. You can also use blocks here if that would make this position better for you. This time, left hip goes back, right hip goes forward. Square off as much as you can. Nice flat spine. 2 more breaths. I'm out of this a little bit differently, so pay attention. Or without blocks, bring your hands to the floor, bend your knees as much as you need to. Or left foot forward, your right foot. Set your feet together in front of the mat. Nice deep fold. Halfway lift and lengthen. Bring your feet just a little bit wider. Toes still pointed forward. Fold in. Grab opposite elbows. Let everything hang and just sway a little bit from side to side. Back to the center of stillness. Release down. Nice bend in your knee. Roll up super slow, 1 vertebra at a time. As much time as you need to come up to standing. Nice strong mountain position. Take a moment to check in with your feet, about hip width apart. Nice long spine, shoulder blades pulled together behind you. Palms face. For a little bit more stretching, lengthening, waking up the body. Full, nice flat spine, and then round down. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way back up. heart center. Two more. Raise your hands down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift and lengthen. Hands supported somewhere. Exhale back down. Inhale, sweep everything up. Nice big stretch. Hands come down to heart center. One more time. Release down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, nice big sweep of the arms overhead. Back to heart center. Full breath in. Down to your hips. And do a little bit of flossing with our feet with what we call blocks. So we're going to shift the weight onto your left foot and your right toe forward, right directly in front of you. We're going to move the toe to bending our left knee to get our heel down. We'll do 3 of this directly in front. We're going to change position going around the block. So move out 1 hour. Each position. Shifting a little bit. Might notice that you're getting some stretch through your standing leg. Those first of all, coming out to the side to get your heel down. And then when you come to the back, you might be able to plant your foot and not so much your heel. To the back. When you get to the back, toe pointed down. Right foot steps forward. Left foot steps back to that 6 o'clock spot. And we're going to finish the walk. 3 taps. Out. Stretch the sensation in your standing knee. Couple more hours on the clock. We'll be right back up to noon. Keeping track of your hours. Up to noon, 3 more little taps. Fabulous. Step back to center. Shake out your ankles a little bit. Good. Great. So hands are on your hips. Let's actually walk your feet back together. And then drop your hands down to your thighs. If this does not hurt your knee, start to make little circles with your knees. That direction. Actually do that one more time. Switch back to the first direction. Can never help protect your knees too much. Action second time. Back to center and lift up. Your hips. Feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Do hips. So nice big hip circles. 2. Let your torso follow along. Notice your weight shifting to different points in your feet. More nice big circles. Low hips, lower legs. Great. Walk your feet up nice and wide. Point your toes. Deepen your knees. Knees track as much as possible out towards the pinky toe side. Lift up, little cactus arms. Stand up for star, stretch out, sink back down. 4 more times, we'll do 5 of these. And engage your core as much as you can. Sink down and hold. Hands under your hips. Shift your weight from side to side. Or we'll do a skandasana. First to the top of the mat. We're doing both sides, so do what works for you. Get strong, get stable. Hands can be on the ground or in front of you, whichever works. Ready, switch to the other side, opposite of whatever you're doing. Couple more breaths. Get stable. To meet in that little squat position and then straighten our legs up. Walk your feet together a little bit wider than hip width, toes pointed out. Do a little bit of balance, a little bit of squat. Inhale, lift your arms up, maybe come onto your toes. And then sink down nice and low for a squat. 2 more times. This is one of my favorites. It's so great for balance and for all the stuff in the hips. Stay nice and low. Adjust your feet to where they would like to be. Nice tall lifted spine. You need to sit on a block or have something under your heels, totally fine. Let it twist and we'll come to a seat. So twist to the right. Left hand might come down to the floor for support. Breaths. Direction. Back to center. Bring your fingertips behind you. Make your way down to a seat. For our nice happy grounded place. Your blanket again, sit on your blanket. You're welcome to do that. Like that extra little lift to my hips, and I just sit on the very edge. Just get that little extra support. All right, so we're going to bring our attention into our hands. So you haven't paid much attention to our fingers, our wrists, our toes, our ankles. So I'm going to play with that for a few minutes. So make sure you're in a place where you're comfortable, but you can also change your legs, your position anytime you'd like. So we're going to start by noticing our fingers. So grab onto one thumb. Just make little circles with your thumb. It doesn't have to be pretty or fancy. You can do a couple in each direction. Finger and thumb joints. Onto your first finger. Circles in each direction. Ring finger. Finger. Middle finger. And pinky. Couple circles each direction. Fingers, kind of like your little cat clawing at something. Then bring your right hand forward, palm face down, very gently pull back on your fingertips. It's not a deep pull. Just helping things stay in line. that, palm turned in, gentle pull, straight arm. Side, down, palm face out. Let that palm face in. Hands in front of you, fingers spread nice and wide. Interlace your hands. Notice which thumb is on top. Make some nice little figure eights with your wrists. Back to center. Look at your thumbs. Switch your grips. The other thumb is in front. Feels a little interesting. Make figure eights in the opposite direction. If this is a little challenging the first time or two you do it, that's normal. Feels a little backwards sometimes, a little wrong. And then bring that back to center. Open your hands to shake. So you can get nice floppy wrists, shake it all out, get all that energy out. Make any circles or little finger crunches you want to. Toes and our ankles. Just stretch both legs out long in front. Shake your knees out just a little bit. And then cross your right ankle over your left knee. So this might be the tricky part for many of you. Try to get your fingers in between your toes. If that's difficult, you probably need to do it more. Our toes get really squished together. It's part of what causes some of those bunions. So this is actually going to help relieve or prevent that. So we'll start by flexing and pointing your foot. The extra push and pull through your toes. Turn that into nice big circles in one direction. That direction. Do one of my favorites. So come back to stillness. Release your fingers from your toes. Grab your foot kind of just above your ankle. We're going to do floppy foot. So you're going to shake your foot and just see how floppy and relaxed you can let it be. And then release that when you're ready. It's kind of fun. Hope you enjoyed that too. Other side. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Work your fingers in between your toes. Start to point and flex. Turn that into nice big circles. Switch the direction of your circles. Back to stillness and work your fingers out. Grab your foot above your ankle, floppy foot. Shake it out. And release. Oh, that's always fun for me. Hope you enjoyed it too. All right, we're gonna do one more big toe stretch and a little bit of a hip stretch at the same time. So Janu Shirshasana B is a little bit different than what we usually do. And gives us that little toe curl kind of feel that we did before. This does not work for your feet, totally fine. So for our Janu Shirshasana A, we simply fold our right knee in, sole of our foot flat against our thigh. We'd add our foot. If that's what works for you, fabulous. If you want that toe stretch, I like to lift up my right foot, hold on to it with my left hand, reach underneath, grab the pinky toe side, turn my toe out, and then place the toes on the ground. So your knee might float. Put a block there if that feels uncomfortable. If it hurts at all, please come back to that Jenny A with your foot in that neutral position. Nice tall spine. If you'd like a little bit more, add that fold a little or a lot. Pain in the knee. Discomfort in the toes is fine, but we don't want any of that sharp pain. 3 breaths. Make some little squishies with your toes or roll out your ankle and stretch your right leg long. Other side, stay with your more typical Janu Shirshasana with the foot right against the thigh, or add that little toe tuck. Stretch out your feet a little bit more. I'm all for anything that helps with stretching out the feet and preventing bunions. Stay here with your nice tall spine. Or if you'd like a little bit more, you can add a fold, a little bit or a lot. Reach all the way for your foot if you'd like. Keep that nice flat spine. And gently release your foot. Do any movements, toe stretching, ankle rolling you need to do. One block with you. Have it nearby. And prepare to roll down. Your nice little zombie roll. So you get just a tiny bit of core. So bring your arms out in front. Engage your core, sit up tall. And then roll back as slow as you can. Core nice and engaged. At some point, gravity will take over and you'll be on your back. Feet close to your hips, knees bent, arms out to the side. Just a moment to connect with your body and the floor. Nice full breath in. Heart close to your hips. We're going to lift our hips for bridge. So roll up, shoulder blades nestled together, and then roll back. Lift your hips up for bridge. Nice and tall, and then lower down. If you like, you can add lifting your arms overhead. So you inhale, hips lift, arms lift. Yeah. 2 more. And forward variation. Up. Keep pressing into your feet. Stay lifted. Find your block. Slide it under your sacrum. And then rest your sacrum and your hips on your block. Move shoulder blades a little closer together. And that point of stillness. Stay right here for your inversion. If you'd like to lift your feet up, your legs up the wall variation, you're welcome to explore that. Take 5 or 6 slow breaths wherever you are. Back down to the floor. Your hips. Slide the block away, lower down. And give your knees a nice big squeeze. I'll hug into the center. Rock. A nice big twist and we are all set. So when you're ready, place your feet to the floor, arms out to the side. Arms can be straight or bent elbow cactus neck. Into your feet. Just shift your hips a little bit to the left. Drop your knees to the right and look over your left shoulder. Find your favorite twist. You're welcome to hug your left knee down with your right hand. Do some twisted root variation or anything else that feels nice in your body. Breaths. Unwind to center. Hips come to center. Constructive rest. 2 breaths. Let your spine come back to neutral. Walk your feet back to hip width apart. Press into your feet. Shift your hips to the right. Knees drop to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Try to keep both shoulders down, but find your favorite version of a twist. Full breaths here. Three more. Unwind back to center as you're ready. Come back to neutral. Feet come wide for constructive rest. You might bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Your breath, reconnect. Let your breath to return to that slow, deep breath. Breaths in. Long, let it go. Exhales out. As you check back in with your body, notice how you're feeling after that movement. And you try that was a little different that you'd like to keep. Notice that. For final rest, you could stay right where you are. Stretch your legs out. You like that blanket for some extra grounding. You could put a blanket across your belly and chest. Look as comfortable as you can be. Just full breath in. Exhale it out. Body and mind take rest. And to make small movements to wake yourself back up. Oh, to circles. Use your knees. Roll onto your right side body. Use your right arm as a pillow for your head. Take a few breaths as you transition back. Your way up towards a comfortable seat as you're ready. And that nice tall spine, strong connection to the ground. And together, thumb rests at heart. Gratitude that you chose to do something good for your mind and your body today. Gratitude to all of our teachers that have passed this tradition down through the generations and the space that allows us to practice together. I hope to see you again soon. Our practice by bringing our thumbs to our forehead and bowing. The light in me bows to and honors the light in each of